Bum, bum, bum. And I think, does it say we're already live? We're already live. Wow, that was a very quick thing. So what's going on, everybody? We are live. It has been a minute. Just want to say a big thank you to hitting 35 freaking thousand subscribers. It's an insane accomplishment. Title of the video, 35,000 in 1 year, because we hit 35 freaking thousand in 1 year. Hi, Dad. Brandon Plays 101. What's going on? Thank you. Yeah, 35,000 in 1 year. I just went back and looked at my Army videos or whatever. So technically, my first Army video I posted before I went to basic training, which was in like 2015. But I didn't actually start making like videos about basic training until like April of 2017. So it's been a year. It's been a year. What's going on, everybody? I miss you guys. I feel like I haven't live streamed in a minute. This is crazy. Hey, Matt, did you used to play baseball? Yes, I used to play baseball. If you guys saw my Snapchat, if you guys are not following my Snapchat. So, but what I did on Snapchat, I threw baseball around with my little brother earlier today, just trying to warm up my arm a little bit. I might actually go and hit some because my high school does alumni games. I'm not sure if they're doing an alumni game this year, but I just want to go ahead and get ready because if they do, it's going to be in May. But I definitely need to find out about it. So I was basically just warming my arm. I used to be a pitcher, and I was an outfielder. So those are the two positions that I played. So yes, but I love baseball. Hey man, I'm at work watching you. John, you're at work watching me. What the freak? You need to get to work, John. I'm just kidding. You should watch my videos, John, because, you know, you're my brother. Also, you need to put your picture on there because I also need to know for sure that it's you. Oh, hey, I didn't know you went live. Natasha Mash, yes. The goal is to go live every week, but I've only been doing it about every other week because I've just been busy. Like, literally, the past, like, 4 weekends, I've been busy all weekend. Like, I've either had an FTX, so I can't live stream during an FTX, or, like, you know, my girlfriend was over the last weekend, so, like, I wasn't going to live stream then. So, for basically the past month, I haven't had really any time to live stream, but I usually try to live stream. The goal is on the weekends, so Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. That is the goal. Sometime around night, like now, right? So that's usually what I try to do. But yeah, I haven't really done it that much anyway. Recently, what was your MOS? My MOS used to be 25 Bravo, which is an IT specialist. It is now going to be 25 Alpha, which is a signal officer. Make your bro mod. That is a good idea. I should do that because that only makes sense. Now I can know for a fact that it's him whenever he is on here. Are you a ranger? No, I'm not a ranger. Although I do want to go to ranger school. So that is something that I 100,000% want to do in my Army career. Definitely want to go to ranger school. Have you made the video yet with your Q&A? No, I'm probably going to make that video tomorrow. So all the questions that are going in on that Instagram post, if you guys didn't know, I'm doing a Q&A for my little 35,000 subscriber thing. And on the Instagram post that I posted, I'm going to pull questions from that. So I'll probably record that tomorrow. And then I'm planning on uploading that on Monday. That's the goal. Matt, are you familiar with Kid Thunder 2? I spelled that wrong. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I believe he went through. I know if I'm thinking the right person. He went through OCS. So he enlisted and went through OCS route. But I haven't ever really talked to him or anything. So you're welcome, John. You're officially a moderator on a YouTube channel. This dude deserves respect for the service. Thanks, bro. Well, thank you, Mantis 4200. You're the bomb. You're the best. Oh my lord, you have got to be kidding me, Tommy. You're ridiculous, bro. Happy 35,000 pickle smoocher. Oh my goodness, Tommy. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Wow, what an Faith, what the heck? By the way, I want to introduce everybody to Faith, who is in the comments right now. But wow, Tommy, wow, wow, that's amazing. Thank you a lot. That's crap, blows my mind. But thank you. I really appreciate it, Tommy. You've always been freaking the man since the beginning. Have I not made you? You know? Yeah, there we go. Tommy's the best. Jeez, we got 91 people already? That's pretty fast. Did you come from a military family? Kind of. So my dad was in the Navy for only like 2 years. My grandpa was in the Navy and the Coast Guard for around about 10 years. My other grandpa was in the Air Force. I'm not sure how long he was in the Air Force, but I know he was in the Air Force. I think my uncle was in. But you know, like I wasn't like raised in like a military family, so I have had family members, uncles and grandfathers who were in the military. And it's really not that uncommon to have a grandfathers who were in the military, because, you know, it was pretty common back in the day. Buy 50 packs of Sour Patch Kids. Oh, gosh. I don't know why you guys always you're like, what should I do for a subscriber video? Eat a crap ton of Sour Patch Kids. I technically did do that for my 10,000 subscriber video. I ate a lot. But, man, eating a lot of Sour Patch Kids just ruins your mouth. Are you a rifleman in the infantry? If not, what do you do? No, I'm not. Rifleman is not a job. It's technically a position that you would be in a squad. So if you're in a team, or a squad really. So if you're in a team, you've got the team leader, you have a rifleman, right? And then you have a grenadier, and then you have like, you know, some kind of saw gun, or some guy with like a fully automatic weapon. So rifleman is not an actual MOS. It's really just a position in a team. So technically I could be if I were to ever be in a situation like that, but I'm not going to be. But I'm a 25 Bravo, or I was a 25 Bravo. This is so confusing because I'm about to be an officer. So I was a 25 Bravo, which is an IT specialist, which basically is the guy. 25 Bravos basically set up the network. They set up the connection between all the different, you know, pieces to allow everybody to communicate. And then 25 Alpha, which is my new MOS, which I'm not technically that MOS yet because I haven't finished the school. So 25 Alpha is a signal officer, which is over all the different 25 series jobs. Oh, Jake Baber, shipping out on April 17th, so that's really soon. 18 X-ray contract. Stellar videos helped me stack my push-up numbers to the max. That is awesome. I am super happy to hear that you are going to be physically in shape, because, man, if you're going that SF route, physical fitness should be something that you don't want to worry about, because SF is really going to be a lot of mental stuff, right? So you want to make sure, if you haven't watched my land nav video, I definitely recommend that you watch my land nav video, right? So you want to be proficient in physical fitness, and you want to be proficient in land nav for sure, right? So if you haven't gotten proficient at land nav, you need to be proficient in that. But, you know, physical fitness, if you're, you know, going SF route, if you're not maxing the PT test, you know, by the end of basic training, you're going to have a rough time. So that is really good to hear that you're doing good and everything. What is the MOS that use light machine guns? Like I said, it's not technically an MOS that would use that. It's just a position in a team, right? So you have a team. I actually do plan on going over what I want to do. You guys can let me know right now if you actually think this is a good idea, because I would like to kind of teach you guys a few things. So a lot of you guys are going to go infantry. For you guys going like special forces route, mastering the basics is going to be really, really important, right? So if you're going to be, you know, 25 Bravo or something, it's not going to be the biggest deal in the world to really learn and have a big, strong baseline knowledge on. But if you are going to combat MOS, if you are going infantry or SF or whatever, you know, having a baseline knowledge of those infantry tactics and formations and all that stuff is really going to help you out a lot. So what I'm planning on doing sometime soon, don't know when, but sometime soon, I plan on getting some kind of like, you know, whiteboard thing to stand it up on like a tripod, put it over there, and then actually go through and teach you guys some of the basics, right? So we're going to make some videos on the different, you know, movement formations and stuff, going over some of the basics that I think that you guys should, or I think that would help you guys if you had a little first pass knowledge on it. Because you might watch my video, then when you get to basic training, you might think that you forget it, but then once they start going over it, then oh my gosh. Then once they start going over, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I remember that in Matt Ward's video. And then you're going to be a little bit more proficient at it. Then you guys will be able to help out your people in your platoon at basic training. So I do want to make some more informative videos on basically infantry tactics, squad tactics, team tactics that I think will help you guys out, right? So we got Tommy over here. Thanks for making me a mod. That was nice of you. Tommy, you know what was nice of you? You're yeah, holy cow. You're something else. You're something else, man. Liz, thank you. Insane. Insane. MPs do the same as infantry, correct? No, they do not. MPs, military police, is basically what that stands for. Military police. Obviously, you can have different little things inside of that. But no, they're not infantry. They're military police. Taking freezing showers and 50-pound boot runs. Not dead. Won't quit. Hope to see you down the pipeline. Best of luck to your journey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you too. That is awesome. Glad you're preparing. That is seriously good to know. Seriously. Like, for real. A lot of people, I remember whenever I enlisted, so I was going to this future soldier training, and one of the guys at the future soldier training was going to be 18 X-ray. That was his enlisted MOS that he was going into, and he was in okay shape, but he was probably getting around about like a 220 on the PT test. And I'm thinking to myself, and I'm like, man, if I'm gonna go SF, like, you got to take that crap seriously, because just because you get that 18 X-ray contract doesn't mean that you're going to get selected, because first you got to make it past selection. Doesn't mean you're going to make it past selection just because you got that contract. So, you know, I'm curious where he's at now, because he, you know, I was beating him on everything, and I'm like, you know, so it's really good to see people who are going into combat MOSs. In my opinion, I love seeing you guys that are really preparing yourself both physically and mentally, doing all different kinds of things. That is awesome. How do you get over stress? Bonnie Hardy. I think that is something that everybody will have to deal with on an individual basis. For me, basic training taught me how to deal with stress. I really do think it did, because of the position that I was in whenever I was at basic training, because I was in a leadership position the entire time at basic training. And if you ask anybody who goes to basic training, they know that the platoon leader position, the PG, the head guy, is the most stressful position at basic training. And I was that for like basically the entire time at basic. So I was having to deal with that stress. And I have never been in a as stressful situation as I had been whenever I was there. And going through basic taught me how to deal with stress. So how do you get over stress? It's going to be an individual thing. But by putting yourself in stressful situations forces you and teaches yourself how to get over that. Because if you're never put in a stressful situation, how in the world are you going to know how you're going to overcome that, right? So it's always pushing yourself, pushing the boundaries. You're never going to get better unless you push yourself. So basic training in general is going to be stressful, so it should help you, right? For me, ever since basic training, like, I look at so many things in life so differently. I look at things like, not that they're easy, but that it's going to be okay and that I can do it. The military has shown me that I can do way more things than I thought I could do, whether physically or mentally. So that's kind of how I have learned to cope with it and deal with it. I know that I can do it because of what I've been through. Hi, when I grow up, I want to be in the Navy. Then do it. Hip hop dancing Jeremiah Pure. All right, let me scroll down so I can read some of you guys. 18X is Special Forces before you get chosen. Yes, yeah. 18 X-ray, it's not a specific job in the 18 series. It is you get selected, your position gets picked later on. So, Matt, how long did it finally take you to just suck it up and walk into the recruiter's office and not put it off constantly? Me, personally, it took me no time at all. As soon as, all right, so for me, there's things that I've talked about this in plenty of videos, but there's things that I want to do in my life, and I knew that, well, there was a point whenever I was trying to enlist active duty, crap happened. I've talked about this before in videos, and then I didn't enlist active duty. I did not know what the reserves was, right? Literally, as soon as I found out what the reserves was, I told my parents, I was like, I'm thinking about doing this. And then like in the next couple of days, I went to a recruiter's office. The next week, I swore in. So it was just real quick for me because I knew I wanted to do it. There's things that I want to accomplish in my life, and the reserves allowed me to do the military, which is something that I really wanted to do. Definitely, as of right now, it's like top one, like top two decisions I've ever made, like best decisions I've ever made is joining the Army. But yeah, I mean, whenever I figured out that I want to do it, I just went. Don't be scared of talking to a recruiter. Literally, don't be scared to talk to a recruiter. Like, just call one up. If you're thinking about joining the military, just call up a recruiter, talk to them. It's gonna be okay. They talk to people all the time. Just, you know, just the only thing is just don't waste their time. If you don't want to join the military, don't waste the recruiter's time because they could be spending that time with somebody else. So Bernie Lomax, man, with the $9.99. So you're selling me something for $9.99. It's not 10, $9.99. My name is Rob. I'm 26 years old. I leave in June as enlisted MP. What should I expect? I have an associate's degree and I am taking a loss in the salary as an E3 compared to my civilian job. Could I get OCS? What should you expect as far as an MP? I'm not going to be able to tell you really anything specifics about, you know, military police training or really what's it like being an MP because I'm not an MP. That's one of the things I get asked a lot is like, what is this MOS like? And it's something that I've never been. Whenever you join the military, you're going to figure out that you're going to know what your MOS is like. You're going to know what a few other similar jobs are like. And then when you're in a unit, you'll obviously be associated with different ones, different MOSs. But if you don't know, then you don't know, right? You just might know what people have heard, you've heard or whatever. So I'm not going to know exactly what the MP training is like. I do know that they got really cool schools. So if you go to be an MP, there's going to be really like cool schools that you can go to. So I do know that. But as far as can you go to OCS, you know, you already have your associate's degree. So you could very easily, I think, do green to gold. So you could join and then go green to gold, which would be you would stay active duty, but then you would go to school. You would finish out and do 2 years of school, get your bachelor's degree, and you would, while you're at school, you would do ROTC and commission. OCS, if you want to go OCS, you're going to have to wait until you become an NCO, and then you're going to have to submit a packet to do that. So it kind of depends on how long you want to wait. So you can either essentially right away try to go green to gold, or you can wait probably about 2 to 3 years and then submit a packet for OCS. And definitely I think the associate's degree will help you with your OCS packet for sure. Good Lord, what is going on with this? Y'all in the super chats. Oh, goodness gracious. Reed Byford, congrats on 35K, bro. Keep up the excellent work. You've been a great help to me and many others. Thank you. I really appreciate it. With that, $19.99, not 20, but $19.99. I love it. I always think it's funny, like when people, you know, I think somebody last time did like, you know, $10 and like 1 cent or something like that, and it's just like, it's funny. But wow, thank you, Reed. I really appreciate it. And yeah, 35,000 subscribers. If you guys didn't see this at the very beginning, 35,000 subscribers in 1 year. I really started in April. I didn't even really take seriously this whole YouTube thing until around about September, because I didn't have 5,000 subscribers. I hit 5,000 subscribers in September of 2017. And that was the point when I was like, holy crap, I hit 5,000 subscribers. I was like, maybe I can hit 10. And then so I kind of took it seriously, and I was like, huh, this could actually be something. And then, oh my gosh, as soon as we hit 10,000 subscribers, it's been ridiculous. It's been ridiculous. You know, the channel has been growing extremely fast. Right now, we're on track to hitting 100,000 subscribers in December, which is just like super freaking mind-blowing. So for those of you who are here right now, you're going to be all the OG subscribers back in like later on whenever things are just crazy. And I really appreciate you guys being here. This is freaking awesome. Man. Alright, so been here since 34K. Hey, well, being here since 34K is okay and fine by me. That is okay and fine by me. I want to be a Navy SEAL. What tips do you have for me for physical fitness? Well, first of all, you definitely need to be comfortable with swimming. You need to be very proficient at swimming. Obviously, again, I have never been to Navy SEAL training. But what I was just talking about previously with the SF guy is you need to be super okay with your physical fitness, right? So whenever it comes to swimming, you don't want to be packing on a whole bunch of muscle, right? Because muscle sinks, fat floats, right? So if you're just trying to get in shape, that is what you need to focus on. You need to be becoming super in shape as far as cardio goes. You need to be able to, you know, max out their PT test just like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. That should be your goal, to max out the PT test any day of the week. If somebody wakes you up and says, hey, let's go take a PT test, your goal should be able to be like, okay, I'll go take a PT test and I'm going to max it. So that should be your goal. The other thing is going to be make sure you're proficient at swimming. And then when it comes to Navy SEAL training, when you go to BUDS, it's going to be mental, right? So a big part of all this really difficult military training is mental, right? So if the physical stuff, you're going to be pushed to your max no matter what. Doesn't matter what shape you arrive in, you're going to be pushed to your max no matter what. But how do you deal with that? That's going to be all a mental game. So make sure you try to get mentally ready for that. And we got Tommy, $5.99. Does this make you mad? No, it doesn't make me mad. It makes me a little mad at you that you keep super chat donating. You've done it. You've done enough, and I really, I can't even express to you how much I appreciate it. Matt, bring your girlfriend to a live stream and make a YouTube video with her. That is completely up to her. As of right now, she doesn't want to do that. So yeah, but I mean, at some point in the future, I don't know if you're watching this, Faith, but if you are, I mean, she's agreed to it at some point in the future, but just definitely not right now. So at some point in the future, we will. So, and it'll be a good video, because if you guys, I haven't talked about her at all, because it's so recent, but she will be leaving for Air Force basic training. She's going to be in the Air Force National Guard. So it'll be like a cool little Army versus Air Force duo, I think. And so for those of you who go in the Air Force, she could help you out whenever we do make a video with that. But I can only imagine what the channel's going to be like freaking at that point. Jeez. Oh, good Lord. Oh, do you know Now the Beast? He's a Marine. Yes, I know who he is. I don't know if he knows who I am. Jake Baber. Oh my gosh. $35 for 35K. Wait, bad math. That's okay. Army all the way, right? Yes, Army all the way. Oh my goodness. Wow. You guys are killing me. Just look at the super chat donation. You guys are killing me right now. That is freaking amazing. I really appreciate that. But yeah, 35,000. Thank you for all of you guys who were thanking me for that. Because I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Face reveal leaked at 36K. I've already done the face reveal. We already did the face reveal for 30,000 subscribers. The face reveal. For those of you who don't know, you know, I'm not sure if it was Jacob that started that, or somebody was saying that I should do a face reveal at 30,000 subscribers or something. But I did that. Matt's nudes leaked at 36K. No. Is there a topic for this chat? You know, not today. Normally, whenever I do my live streams, I like to start with a video or a live stream topic idea. But, you know, you guys can ask me whatever about myself. You can ask me whatever about the military, my experiences in the military, whatever you want is perfectly okay with me. I like you and Nava. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy is one of the OG subscriber people, and she's amazing. My comments are getting deleted. I'm not sure why. I'm not deleting them, so maybe one of the moderators. So watch what you're saying, I guess. I'm not sure. Gage Brock, thank you for your service, by the way. Can you look at your Insta DMs? Yes. See if you can leave a comment right now. Let me know if your name is the same. So just so you guys know, I haven't made a vlog in a while because I've been so busy and vlogs take me a long time to edit. So once I finish college, so in May, I'll probably do some more vlogs, or I will do more vlogs because I'll have more time to edit. So that's going to be the thing. And then as far as my Instagram and my Snapchat DMs, I just can't keep up with it anymore. I talked about it in my last vlog. I can't keep up with it anymore. I've got like 250 DMs on my social medias, and I just I do my best. I reply to people every single day, but I can't get to everybody anymore, and I'm sorry about that. I legitimately feel really bad about it. Like, I really do. I hate that some people are asking me questions that they really wanted the answer to that I could really help with, but I can't get to it. So I'm sorry. I really am. But I tried my best for as long as I could. Like, I literally would spend hours a day. Now I spend, you know, depending on the day, 1 to 2 hours a day, but that's not enough to catch up to everybody. So thanks for videos, man. Moa Vic, thanks for videos, man. I'm joining the Guard at the end of this year as 11 Bravo. After I graduate, the videos are preparing me and motivating me. That is the goal. I don't know how loud that was, but that is the goal. I want to prepare you guys. I want to, you know, maybe motivate you guys a little bit to be prepared, right? Because that's really important. I think the more prepared soldiers we have for basic training, the more motivated you are, the better military we're going to have as a whole. So if I can do a little piece to improve the military as a whole, then I think I've done a good job. So, M. Thompson with the 513. Like, that was, you did that on purpose. I know you did it on purpose. 12 Bravo, have a shot at Airborne School in the Alabama National Guard. Are you asking if you have a shot at Airborne School? If you're joining the National Guard or the Army Reserves, getting a school like Airborne School is really dependent upon your unit, right? So if you're in the National Guard and you are going to an airborne unit, it is going to be a high possibility, especially if you're a good soldier, that you are going to get airborne. But to negotiate that in your contract, your unit is going to have to approve that first. If you're going to active duty, it's different. But yeah, so if you're going to be a combat engineer in the National Guard, it's really dependent upon, you know, the unit that you go to. What is going on here, guys? PK Solden, my YouTube channel, PK Solden. It will be great to shout out. And I am joining the U.S. Army Air Assault. Thanks. So you have a YouTube channel. Can I look at the YouTube channel? Go to channel. I'm going to right click and open up your channel real quick.
I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heim.
Trailer is going through a McDonald's thing. And that was like 5 months ago. What are you doing? If you want to, I will say, if you want to start a YouTube channel, by all means, everybody should go for it. But consistency is extremely important. So the last video you uploaded was 5 months ago. You know. 31 Navy, $1.99. Should I sell my gun before BMT? No, I don't think you should sell your gun before basic. Obviously, you can have it. If you're going to go active duty, what you're going to have to do is whenever you get stationed on a post somewhere, is you'll have to turn in that to the armory. So you're not actually going to get to keep your weapon in your house on post. If you live off post, off the base, it's going to be a different story. You can keep it. But if you live on post and you have a weapon right now, you're going to have to turn that into the armory. So it's not like you can just go and have it whenever you want. You're going to have to go to the armory and check it out and get it. And then when you're done with it, turn it back into them. But should you sell it? I mean, if you need the money for it, but I don't think you should. You didn't post a Sunday push-up video. Yes, I know. I will this Sunday, but as I've said before, the past couple weekends for me have been slap full. I've either been gone at Fort Jackson doing an FTX, or my girlfriend was up here and we were hanging out, so I didn't, you know, do that. But yeah, I try to do a push-up video every Sunday. It hasn't been as consistent the past month, just like my live streams haven't been as consistent in the past month. So, anyways, what am I missing here? Did I miss somebody? I hope I didn't miss anybody's super chat, because you guys have been super chatting it up like freaking holy moly. About to make it 251 DMs. I mean, I'm not even kidding you guys. I'm not even kidding you guys. So, like, if you guys didn't know, when you get over 100 DMs on Snapchat, it bounces back and forth between 100 and then the number that you're at. So on Snapchat right now, it says I have 52, but then in a couple minutes, it'll say I have 152. So I don't know if that's like a glitch that they have. But whenever you are over, I've noticed whenever I started getting over 100 DMs on Snapchat, it just started glitching out. So I'm like, what the freak is going on? I'm one of your first 200 subs. Navy SEAL Gaming, are you really one of my first 200 subs? Because my first 200 subs would have been like 5 or 6 years ago. Because it used to be a gaming channel. It really wasn't. It was like I would do Call of Duty commentaries and stuff like that. I did that for the fun of it back when I was like 17, 18, 19 years old. And they weren't that great. But yeah, if you were one of my first 200 subscribers, that would have had to have been in like 2012. So, man. Are you keeping your political affiliation private? No, I've talked about it before, but I am Republican. And I don't think that's that big of a deal. I think it's a big deal if I'm bad talking to other people. So if somebody's like a Democrat, so I identify as Republican, but I have friends who are Democrats, and you know, I'm fine with having conversations and stuff like that. I don't think anybody's stupid for having a different opinion than me. I think everybody has the right to their own opinion, and I think that's perfectly fine. One of my best friends from AIT, and he now goes to my school. Like he is almost completely different than me on every political topic, right? And we're still good friends, and I'm perfectly okay with that. So I don't mind, if you're like, oh, I'm a Democrat, and then I'm like, well, I'm a Republican. It's like, I don't have a problem with you, so. But some people do get upset whenever just you have a different point of view, and it doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. Let me scroll back down here. I'm going to get to the bottom of these things. Hey, Matt, did you know I was your first moderator, so why don't you give me a cut of the donations? Haha. Were you the first one, or do you think you were the first one? I'm pretty sure, I made you it whenever I was doing the Call of Duty live streams, which I kind of want to do one. I heard that Call of Duty is coming out with another update, so I could, if you guys didn't know, when Call of Duty World War II just first came out, I did, some gaming live stream. I did, 3 of them. So, Matt and Matt Chat off to work out. Awesome. Get that workout in. Get that workout in. You do a couple of, extra reps of whatever it is. Like when you're doing something, just be like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then do a couple of extra sets. And then, Gage Brock. Did you just do that? I'm joining the Army 2 years, 16. I'm 16 Ranger or SF. So if you want to go to the 75th Ranger Regiment or Special Forces, because Ranger School is a different thing than the 75th Ranger Regiment. If you want to go and do one of these special operations things, you need to look and kind of research, what they specialize in, right? So what MOS do you want to be? Obviously, it might vary depending on whether or not you want to do Special Forces or Rangers, right? But if you're going to be an SF guy, you need to understand you're going to have to learn another language. A lot of it's going to be mental. You're going to be training other countries, right? So one of the jobs of our Special Forces is to develop other countries' militaries, right? So that's something that you're going to be doing. You can be doing your little special operations, stuff that you're going to think is also cool or whatever. But you got to understand what both of those are going to be doing. The Rangers are going to be more of like the kicking the door down, paving the way, taking over, just rushing in, taking over kind of thing. Really being the head of the spear. Special Forces guys have a different job. So you just need to look at what you're doing. You know who goes wackadoo over that stuff? Democrats. That's funny. 35 push-ups for 35K. I'll do 35 push-ups for 35K on Sunday for my push-up video. Except I'll just do more than 35 push-ups. So I'll do hopefully like 70 push-ups for 70K, right? Because we'll hit 70K, you know, sometime soon, hopefully. Right now, if you guys are wondering how fast the channel is growing, we have been growing at an increasing rate. So the rate is increasing, but we've been growing at around about 6,500 to 7,000 subscribers a month for the past 2 months, but it's increasing. Before that, it was like 5,000 a month and whatnot. So if you look at us gaining 7,000 subscribers a month for the next couple of months, and then in the next couple of months, maybe it goes up a little bit. I'm curious, when am I going to hit 70,000? That's a good question. So when am I going to double where I'm at right now? Because if it took me a year to get to 35,000, right? How long is it going to take me to double that and go to 70,000? That is mind-blowing stuff right there. Hey Matt, if I had to guess, do you think the running alone in basic training is enough for a person to pass the APFT if they never ran before? I'm curious for your opinion. Yes and no, right? So when you're running at basic training, you obviously are going to have to push yourself, right? So when you're doing these runs, you're going to be doing 6120s. You're going to be doing it at least once a week, right? So if you push yourself during the 6120s, then that's going to be great. If you don't push yourself during 6120s, you're really not going to improve. So the amount that you're going to run at basic training, I have physically witnessed people not being able to complete a 1 mile run, not being able to complete it, and doing 2 miles in over 30 minutes, which I can literally walk 2 miles faster than 30 minutes. I can ruck march 2 miles faster than 30 minutes. And I've seen people who cannot run 2 miles faster than 30 minutes and pass basic training on the run, right? So if they can do that, it is completely up to you of whether or not you're going to push yourself at basic training, and the amount of running is going to be beneficial to you. Because when you're running, it's one of those things where, yes, I can run 3 miles for PT, but did I actually push myself? Because when you're in basic training, you're going to do ability group runs, AGR runs. And that sounds repetitive, AGR runs, when AGR stands for whatever. So anyways, you're going to be doing these runs at basic training, and the first group is going to be basically the people who are, you know, either close to maxing out the run or they're maxing the run. Bravo group, B group is going to be the people who are probably around about the 14 to the 15 minute mark for their 2 mile time. And then Charlie group, C group is going to be the rest of the people, right? And in Charlie group, if you're one of those people who's struggling on the run, what happens is they're going to be doing these long runs at basic training. You're going to be doing these runs, and they do this in the regular Army too. You're going to be doing these runs, and then people will start falling out of the run because they can't keep up. So the question is, are you going to be one of those people who are falling out and not pushing themselves, or are you going to do your freaking darn best to stay with the pack, to stay with the group, and keep up with them and be improving? If you're starting Charlie group, try to move up, try to get into Bravo group, push your freaking self. That is the key to everything at basic training as far as physical standards goes. You've got to push yourself. If you do that, you will not fail the PT test at the end. Obviously you might fail the first one, but anyways, thank you. Hope you hit 100. Yes, I mean, I'm hoping, like I said, with tracking my progress right now, it's looking like we'll hit 100,000 subscribers in December. That's crazy. 100,000 in December. That's the goal. So that right now, if you guys are curious, like what my goals are for the channel as far as the numbers and hitting numbers, I would like to hit 100,000 by January 1st, 2019. So I got 8 months. I got 8 months to get 65,000 subscribers, which sounds crazy because, you know, that's just crazy, but I think we can do it. We're on track to be able to do it. I think we can do it as long as I keep improving and doing blah blah blah. Yes, I know it is ridiculous. So I'm curious, you know, whenever you get your silver play button, like how long it's going to take, because I know 100,000 subscribers, they don't like rush the silver play button out to you. So yeah, if I ever get that silver play button, it's going to be one of the best things ever. What if the person fails the PFT at basic? The only PT test that you have to pass is the last PT test. If you fail the last PT test, you're going to get to retake the last PT test at least 2 times. So you'll get to take the last PT test like 3 times. If you keep failing that, right? If you keep failing that, you know, let's say you fail the run by 2 seconds. You fail the run by 2 seconds. Honestly, they're probably going to push you on, and they're going to say you passed. They're going to, you know, even if you fail it by 15 seconds, they know that if you just keep running for the next, you know, little bit, you're going to pass it. And so they'll probably send you on over to AIT. But if you just completely just can't do it because you didn't push yourself, I should stop talking about this, because you guys, you're not going to fail the last PT test. It's not going to happen. If you do, it's completely your fault. I should just stop talking about this. Guys, if you fail the last PT test and you fail basic training because of that, it is 100% your fault. 100,000% your fault. So I'm done talking about that, because I feel like I've beat the horse till it's dead. I've beat the dead horse, and then I beat it some more until it was in the ground. You will not fail basic training because of the physical fitness, the last PT test. You will not fail. If you do, it is your fault because you didn't push yourself. Anyways, are instructors allowed to touch you? No, they are not allowed to touch you, except when you're on the grenade range, right? When you are on the grenade range, that is when the cadre are allowed to do something to you. Obviously, they're not going to come up to you and smack you, but if you do something incorrectly, they will push you, they will throw you down, they will do something like that. It happened to like 2 people at the grenade range whenever I was there. Reason being is because, you know, the cadre's life is at risk. If you screw up with a freaking grenade, you're both going to die. So they're watching you. They are watching you to make sure that you pull the pin correctly and everything. And yeah, so they can touch you in the grenade range. Greetings from Finland. Wow, Finland. The way you pass basic training is believing in yourself, correct? Not necessarily believing in yourself, but if you push yourself, that's how you pass basic training. So the way to pass basic training is don't quit and push yourself. Boom. You're going to do it if you do both of those things. Good job, Matt. Thank you, Aiden. Just a quick question. Do you think the Army will implement the ACRT in 2020? So for those of you who don't know, I made a video on the ACRT, the new PT test that's supposed to replace the current APFT, and I'm going to get to you, Luke, in just a minute. But so the current APFT is really easy. You don't need any kind of equipment except for mats for the sit-ups. You need mats, some mats for the sit-ups, right? The new PT test, the ACRT, is still not guaranteed that's going to be implemented, and I am still skeptical that it is going to be fully implemented because of all the equipment that they're going to need. Like, I know you guys might not understand this, but you will. A lot of things in the military take a lot of time. Everything has to be organized and perfect, and things have to be planned out. And you got to get all the equipment, and things take a lot of time when you are conducting a PT test for 200 people. It takes a lot of time to have a PT test for 200 people, right? And that is with no equipment aside from a mat on the ground. The ACRT, you have a lot of equipment. You're going to have to reserve a lot of space. So when you have a whole bunch of people doing the ACRT PT test, it is going to take hours, right? The current PT test takes like 1 hour. The ACRT, I guarantee you, is going to take like 3, 4, 5 freaking hours to do. So I think the logistics of it, I'm very skeptical of that. I still think that they're gonna have to change something. I think they will, but I think over as a whole, I kind of like it. I just don't like the logistics of it. Luke Trucking Life. What a cheery place to enter. Yeah. Ah, shoot, I missed something. Congrats on 35 K. 35 Quay. Quick question. I got my Q's and my K's mixed up just now. Do they practice with fake grenades before using live grenades? No, they just toss you a real grenade and they just want you to practice with a real grenade. No, you will practice with a fake grenade. It is a real grenade, so like the actual grenade itself is a non-live grenade with a pin in it where it'll pop, right? But it's not going to actually like blow up or anything. And you will practice with that. It's going to basically look the same thing as a regular grenade. It'll be a little bit lighter though. And you're going to practice that. You're going to pull the twin, blah, 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 throw it, and it'll pop. It'll be, right? So you're going to practice with that a couple of times before actually going to a live grenade. Yeah, my ROTC instructor is a sergeant major in the Marine Corps, and he said you will definitely cry at some point in basing. So, yeah. So, he is lying. You're definitely not going to be guaranteed to cry, basically. Like, I didn't cry. I know the vast majority of people don't cry, but people definitely do cry, especially the first phone call home. Like, I guess I'm not that sentimental, emotional type or whatever to cry, but the first phone call that people have whenever they call home is the one where a lot of people cry a lot. You know, to me, I'm just like, I'm not going to cry because of that, because I want to be here. A lot of people, they get to basic training, they're like, crap, I don't want to be here, and they're upset. And then they call their girlfriend, and they're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. I miss you so much. So, but I mean, you're not guaranteed to cry. Like, I mean, if you're an emotional person, then yeah. You kids need to stop focusing or talking about failure. You need to focus on success and making your bank. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Push yourself. You're going to be fine. Is there a difference between the 82nd Airborne and 101st Airborne? So, yeah, they're different. They're different. And 101st Air Assault. Right? Right? Or am I wrong? I don't know. Do you need to know how to swim to go join the Army? No. Everybody cries, you just don't show it. I mean, I didn't, man of action. Like, I was, you know, I was at basic training. So, you know when people say that you join the military and then at some point you're like, why the heck did I do this? Like, why did I do this? This is so stupid. I have still yet to have that feeling, right? I have never once, and this is me being completely serious, like I've never once been like, oh my gosh, why did I join the military? Even when I was at basic training, there was nothing that ever happened where I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I joined this, you know, joined the military. There's never been a time like that for me. There's never been a time for me whenever I wanted to cry at basic training. So yeah, so I'm happy about that. So I know I made the right decision joining the military because I have never regretted it, and it's been one of the best decisions I've ever done. And obviously this YouTube channel, like, what? Can't believe that. Can porn stars join the military? Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if there's anything against it. You know, I'm new to the channel and I already love it. Congrats on 35K subs. Thank you, Diego Sata. I'm going to screw up your last name if I say it, but thank you. I really appreciate that. And yeah, 35,000 in 1 year. We hit 10,000 subscribers on December 1st. December 1st, we hit 10,000 subscribers. Crazy. Crazy. Same Matt. I loved BMT. No regrets here. I was in BMT over Christmas and New Year's. Oh, wow. Haven't heard you answer Edge's question, and I like his question. What's your favorite cadence if you have one? I've been asked that. I've been asked what's my favorite cadence multiple times, and the only thing that ever comes to mind is ad-lib cadences. So, you know, I had an AIT platoon sergeant who was like the best at ad-libbing cadences. So he might start with one specific cadence, and then he would just go off, and with the same beat, the same cadence, he would, you know, just make up his own thing. And he was super motivational when he did it, and, you know, I loved it. But my favorite cadence, the ones that get old the fastest are like I'm a Steamroller Baby and Hey Hey Captain Jack. But the one that's my favorite is the one that's changed, the one that changes the most, and you can add it in to all these different things. So in cadences in the military, you can have a cadence, but then you can kind of make it into another cadence, you know, as long as you make the beat and the rhythm the same, because the purpose of the cadence is to make sure you stay in step. But it's the ones where it's like, set me in a barber chair, spun me around, I had no hair, used to wear my favorite jeans, now I'm wearing army greens, used to date a beauty queen, now I date my M16. So those three, and then many more that you can add on or whatever. I like doing that, and then in between each of those choruses or whatever the freak you call a thing, you know, you can add in whatever the heck you want. So your left, your right, your left, left, right, left, whatever. So anyways, that's my kind of like my favorite one, like that kind of general theme. Used to drive a Cadillac. Now, you know, I ruck it on my back, or now I whatever. Some people vary that. But I don't think that one actually has a name. But my favorite was my platoon sergeant was just like the bomb. Rock steady. In the early morning rain. That was a good one that one of my drill sergeants did. I have tattoos on my forearm. Can I still join the military? Yeah, if it's on your forearm, you should be good. If it's not on your hand, if it's on your hands, then that's where you're gonna run into trouble. If it's on like your neck, if it's like on your neck up or on your hands, that's when you're gonna run into some trouble. Matt, what was your inspiration to join the Army? I always wanted to do it, and then as soon as I found out that I could do what I wanted to do on the civilian side and on the Army side with the Army Reserves, I joined the military basically immediately. Planning on joining the Army. Only thing making me hesitate is that I feel like I'm not going to make it through basic training. Yes, you will. I'm not that out of shape. I can hold a pace. Should I just work out more to get ready? So yes, you should work out more to get ready. You should always try to push yourself to get in better shape. And then if you're doing that, you're going to pass basic training. I've talked about this a lot in this live stream, especially. You will pass. YouTube tips. And are you going to do Instagram questions? Yeah, so the Instagram Q&A. If you guys are not following me, where it is, here it is. So this Instagram post, the one where I'm looking off in the middle right there, this Instagram post right here, right, in the comments, I'm going to show you guys, in the comments, in the comments right here, right, you guys can ask me whatever the heck you want, and tomorrow, I believe, I'm planning on doing it tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to pull questions from there, and then I'm going to do a Q&A. I'm going to record a Q&A video, so I'm not going to answer it in the comments on the thing, but I'm going to record a Q&A, and then I will post that on Monday, right? So Monday will be the Q&A. Go to my Instagram, link right here. Douche. Wait. Right there. Matt's a winner. He doesn't look like he has to cheat. Who said I wasn't a winner? Gabriel, you said that 10 minutes ago. Sometimes I get lost in y'all's conversations and I don't know what's going on. Going for Ranger Reconnaissance. Wish me luck. Good luck. EMT here trying to be a combat medic. How does it work? So you can enlist as a combat medic. I know that I honestly don't know the specifics on if you are an EMT, but I'm pretty sure if you are an EMT, you can enlist at I believe a higher rank, and you're probably gonna have a better chance of becoming a 68 whiskey. But talk to a recruiter about that stuff because I don't know the specifics on it. What is my major? Computer science. Computer science is my major, so software development stuff. Do you plan to make gaming videos? No and yes. So I would like to do like maybe a couple more Call of Duty live streams. I'm sure for the rest of the time of this channel, every time a new Call of Duty comes out, you know, that first week or something, I'm probably going to live stream it a couple times. But I don't actually plan on making like a gaming video like I used to. I don't plan on making any more Call of Duty commentary stuff or whatever. But doing like a fun little live stream like I did before, where I basically answered your guys' questions and played Call of Duty at the same time, that's definitely something that I would expect in the future. I love your videos. Keep up the excellent work. I have practice tomorrow, so I'm going to leave now. Sorry and good night, everyone. Man, that's fine. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night. Man, it's 10 o'clock. But thank you. How out of shape was the least fit person you saw it through basic? So the least amount of push-ups that I saw somebody do on the 111 PT test, or the first PT test, he did 3 push-ups. I didn't physically see him. I just know that he did 3 push-ups. And I do know that if you only did 3 push-ups, the odds are those 3 push-ups really weren't that great. They really probably weren't that great. And then I saw a couple people who did over a 30-minute 2-mile run. And I think at reception there was a guy who did 20 minutes for a 1 mile. And I'm just like, how do you run 20 minutes for 1 mile? Doesn't make sense to me. You can walk that. But I do know that the thing is a lot of people, whenever they're running, especially if you're a beginner, if you are really out of shape and you're one of those guys who does a 20-minute 1 mile, probably the problem that you're running into is you're starting out way too fast and you're not holding a pace. You're probably starting out running way too fast. You're doing that first 100 meter and you get winded, boom, you're done right away. So if you're one of those people who's super slow, where you're doing that 30+ minute 2 mile, make sure you watch your pace. Try to keep a pace and try not to walk. So keep a pace, but don't walk, and that'll help you out. Somebody said, "How are you?" And I'm doing good. I just lost it. I lost the message. Where do I go to enlist? Go to a recruiter's office. You can literally just Google local Army or whatever recruiter office, local military recruiter office. I walk 6 miles per hour. That is fast. That is fast. Wait, a person did a 30-minute 2 mile. Did they not need to pass 111 at reception? No, the 111, you don't even do, at least for us, it wasn't even a 111 at reception. We did a 1 mile run. I can't remember. You'd have to go back and watch my reception video. But we did a 1 mile run, and we did 1 pull-up. And I don't think we did push-ups or sit-ups. I think it was just a mile run and whatever. But yeah, that's just an assessment. It's not actually, you don't have to pass. There is no standard on passing the 111. Even when you get to basic training, the first day that you're there, you're going to take that 111 assessment, and there's no grade scale for it, right? It's just an assessment. It is an assessment of what shape you're in. So your drill sergeants, when they see you do a 111 and they're like, holy crap, this dude just did 20 minutes and he ran a 1 mile in 20 minutes. This guy, we need to keep an eye on him and make sure that he's pushing himself and make sure that he gets in shape. So anyways. They were taking 15-year-olds in World War II? Wow. Is that true? You gotta... I mean, not legally, but it happened. I was about to say, really? I mean... Are jumping jacks still a thing in basic? Not for the preparation drill or anything. I mean, they have a thing called a half jack. So it's not jumping jacks, but they do a half jack. And that's something that you might do. So, yes. Were there any type of profile when you were training AK people who smoked you and your men a lot? Were there any type of private pile type people who, when you went for training, AK people who smoked you and your men a lot? Yeah, there's going to be people in your platoon that are just total F-ups, screw-ups, that gets the whole platoon smoked all the time because they do stupid things, whatever. There's going to be people like that in all of your platoons. What are your long-term goals in the military? So I want to stay in the military, Army Reserves, the whole time for 20+ years. Since it's going to be Army Reserves, it's probably going to be for sure 20+, so 25 to 30 years. I want to get deployed 3 to 4 times. That is kind of the thing. Maybe if it's a shorter deployment, then I might do more. Whenever I do get deployed, maybe I'll like it a lot and then do it or whatever. I don't freaking know. But I want to get deployed several times. I want to go to Ranger School, Airborne School, Air Assault School, all the schools that I can possibly think of going to. I want to try to go to them. And then I want to make lieutenant colonel before I retire, which I should be able to. But it's a little bit different in the reserves, you know, ranking up as an officer. But that's kind of where the deployments and stuff are going to come into play. And then being in for 20 plus years. That is kind of going to be where that comes into play. But yeah. How hard is Ranger School? I haven't been, but it's hard. It is hard. Do I know anything about 25 uniforms? Yeah, a good little bit. It's a pretty good MOS. A lot of the 25 uniform AIT actually overlaps with 25 Bravo AIT. So like the A+ class, I think that's about the same. They do some more, you know, radio stuff, obviously, but some of it overlaps with 25 Bravo. But 25 uniform, if I was going to be another series 20, if I was going to be another 25 series MOS, I would pick 25 uniform rather than 25 Bravo. So yeah, so if you're looking to be 25 uniform, I would recommend it. Oh my gosh, Matt, I'm finally made your live. That's funny. That's funny. Well, welcome to my live stream. It's a good amount of people here right now. 122. Faith, thank you so much. Is it difficult shooting a weapon? No. You pull the trigger and it fires. Actually, you got to take it off a safe and you pull the trigger and it'll shoot. I know that was kind of a little sarcastic, whatever, but it's really not that bad. So when you're at basic, the drill sergeants are going to be like, they will one-on-one help you. If you are having trouble, they will one-on-one help you. You're going to practice, you know, firing. They're going to teach you some of the basic fundamentals of marksmanship. And then you're going to go to the range several times. You're going to get to practice a lot. So I wouldn't be, you know, worried about failing the weapons qual. I wouldn't be too worried about that. So, but it's not, you know. And another thing is, a lot of times, people who've never shot weapons before and they go to basic, a lot of times those are the people who do the best. A lot of times people who have a lot of experience shooting, but they've been shooting with, you know, sights on their weapons, you know, ACOG scopes, red dot sights, whatever, and they're not used to shooting with iron sights. A lot of times those are the people who have a lot of trouble. So whenever I went to basic, I had only shot a pistol, a shotgun, and like an SK, which is, it's not an AK, but, you know, I've shot an actual rifle once. Right, just once, and so I did fine. So do you answer your Snapchat regularly? Yes, I answer messages on my. I answer about 20 Snapchat messages a day. But as you guys could see, you know, I have 152 DMs on Snapchat right now. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to get to them all now. What does Faith say? At Matt Wright. Yes, I'm his girlfriend. Did somebody ask you if you were? But yeah, see, Faith is, yeah, she's pretty sexy. Hey, Matt, how can I get the MOS I really want? I know it's not there all the time, but I want to be 89 Delta, and that's really it. What can I do to get a slot? If it's not available, you're just going to have to keep, you know, coming back to check. There's nothing really that you're going to be able to do if it's not available. It's just not available right now, but you're not going to know when it's going to be available. So if that's the only MOS that you want to do, just wait for it. Unless there is some urgent reason that you have to join the military right now, like a financial reason or whatever, maybe you can't afford to pay the bills and you're just struggling and you need to join, then you can join. But if you can afford to wait, check with your recruiter every couple of days, every week, until that comes up, or maybe ask him if he will check every day, and then just let him know. Be like, hey, as soon as that comes up, I will come in that day and get the paperwork done. Come on, Matt, watch Let Me Hear Your Thunder on YouTube. It's an amazing cadence. No. Aw. Faith, you're so cute. Hey Matt, what do you recommend to write soldiers in training? Well, that's actually a good question, Cassie. That is a good question, and I've never gotten that question before. I love it whenever I get unique questions. It is freaking amazing. So, what should you write soldiers whenever they're at basic training or in training? Well, first of all, try not to tell them anything negative. Whenever they're there, you want to have them focus on training. You don't want to have anything that you tell them really distract them from what's going on at basic, right? So try not to tell them anything negative, right? So try to be positive. Just let them know what's going on. If your soldier is into sports, tell them what's going on with the sports, because the drill sergeants probably aren't going to be telling them what's going on with sports. So whenever I went, I think the NBA finals was going on, and they didn't tell us who won. I do think they told us who won, but they didn't tell us who was winning, in each game. They told us like who won like the final or whatever, but they didn't actually tell us whenever it was going on. So if they like sports, tell them positive things, tell them what's going on, and whatnot. Write them little, love notes or whatever. Send them pictures of the family. They're gonna really appreciate that kind of stuff. Just try not to tell them anything negative. Tell them things that's going on in the world. I remember. Funny story, I remember whenever I was at basic training, this is funny because I thought it was a joke. Whenever I was at basic training, my dad wrote me a letter and he said, Donald Trump announced that he was going to run for president. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me? That's so stupid. Like, what the freak? Because you got to understand, Donald Trump was just a celebrity. So the fact that I was like, why the heck would Donald Trump say he's running for president? So that happened whenever I was at basic training. So just let them know what's going on in the news so they know what's going on. Because when you're at basic, you're going to be secluded from the outside world. Can I message you on Snapchat? I would really like to ask you some advice. Yeah, send me a message on Snapchat. I try to answer them. I do not go in chronological order anymore. I just kind of pick Snapchats. What I used to do whenever I could actually reply to everybody is I would just go from the oldest and go to the newest. I can't do that anymore. Sometimes I'll just do a couple, and then I'll try to remember to reply to you. So if I reply to you, I try to remember to reply back to your reply. But sometimes it just gets lost and I forget. But I'm sorry. I can do a 15-minute 2-mile run. That is good, Edge. That is good. Get towards that 13-minute, but that is good. I'll be in one of Matt's videos sooner or later. Yeah, somebody asked about that. Somebody asked, saying that we should do a video together, and I was like, well, it's up to you, but eventually I would like to. Matt, did you get your shirt online because it's hilarious? Yeah, so I will let you guys know right now. I'm uploading a video on Tuesday that's going to talk about this. So you 122 people right here, right now, are going to figure this out for the first time. But this Jim Fidel apparel, it's right here, Jim Fidel, they sponsored me, right? So this is a t-shirt that they sent me. So I did not actually buy this. They sent it to me. I have another one that they gave me as well. And then the link is in the description. So if you do want to get this t-shirt, I actually think it's pretty cool. Like, to be completely honest, I actually do. There is a link in the description. It's below the BPN link. So I'm sponsored by Bear Performance Nutrition, the supplement company, and then this t-shirt company, this apparel company. So yeah, they have some pretty cool shirts. I think that a lot of you guys would like. So anyways, let's keep on. I have flat feet and I'm really weak, so don't worry, you'll be fine if I can do it. Yeah, Faith, I told you need to do some running and stuff. Why don't you get Faith and your old girlfriend together for a vid? LOL at Matt Ward. What, are you freaking stupid? But no. We're gonna have Faith in a video. Why did I even read that? I don't even know. Matt, do you like peanut butter boneless or what? Do I like peanut butter boneless or with bones? Doesn't make sense to me. No, no, no. I don't want to meet this ex. I don't like drama. She's an ex for a reason. She's not relevant anymore. Faith, you're the bomb. You're just the bomb. That's why I like you. I was about to get some BPN anyways, but now I definitely am. Yeah, so if you guys did not know, again, sponsored by BPN. I am sponsored by Jim Fidel Apparel. Links will always be in the description. I haven't talked about the BPN thing in a while. I do know that they're currently sold out of several things on BPN's website because their BPN is growing like super fast. I know they're currently sold out of several things right now, but I freaking love their protein. I don't know, the thing that I'm really liking now is their endo pump and in focus. So those are two things that I get that I take on a pretty much daily basis is in focus and endo pump. You actually read that. OMG, I'm dying. I know. How late do you get mail in basic? They will hand you out mail usually at the end of the duty day. So once you get done with all of your training and stuff, generally that's whenever they hand out mail. Could a COD player that does nothing but play COD join the Army? Yes, as long as you qualify. I don't know if that was even a serious question, but yes. You should become a colonel a lot faster in active duty. Yeah, you will. I mean, you don't necessarily, but the higher ranks, you're going to rank up faster active duty, generally. Hey, Matt, do you know the tattoo regs for officers are different from enlisted? They're the same. At least as far as I know, they're the same. Standards across the Army are the same for certain things. There are higher standards for officers for certain things, but anyways. Matt, will you ever go to Texas to do a video with Nick Bear and the BPN guys at some point? Yes, I will send Legacy. I've talked to them about it already. But I will definitely, I'll go there whenever I go to Texas. I just haven't gone to Texas. But whenever I go to Texas, I'm going to stop by, do like a workout video or something, or just talk to them or whatever. But yeah, so, I mean, that's definitely something that's going to happen this year for sure. And I mean, Faith, she is going to be graduating from Air Force Basic in Texas. So as of right now, my plan is going to be to, head down there to Texas early, hang out with them at BPN, do a video or something, and then head over to her graduation, which will be freaking awesome. Da-da-da-da. Faith, make a video when you get back on how basic went for the Air Force. If she wants to do a video, obviously we can do a video on that. You're lucky the Air Force have nice barracks. Do you know Nick Kumalatos? I don't know if you spelled his name right. But yes, but not personally. He actually lives in North Carolina, so he would also be somebody that I would think would be pretty cool to like collab with. But like right now, I just don't have time to really collab with anybody with all the stuff going on. I just don't have it. But once I graduate college and become an officer and can do more YouTube videos, then I can do some more collabs. Then I can do collabs, just period. I can do collabs. That would be freaking awesome. Congratulations on 35,000 subscribers. Best Army YouTuber available. You've helped me a bunch. David, United States Air Force Tax P. Awesome. Wow. Jeez, that's awesome. Can you serve active duty for an entire contract? Yes. Hey man, I'm going to Army ROTC next year, and I was wondering if you have any tips. Can't wait. If you're doing Army ROTC and you really want to exceed, you got to make sure, first, you got to figure out, do you want to go active duty or do you want to go National Guard or Army Reserves? If you want to go active duty, you got to understand that things are going to be competitive. So it's like when you applied to college and, you know, you had all that stuff and you were applying and you had all these extracurricular activities and stuff that you did that looked good on your application. It's going to be the same thing when you're trying to be an officer, because you're going to be wanting to pick your job, and you're basically going to be on this big list. So you want to try and do things that are going to make you stand out. So obviously you're going to have to try and have good grades. and participate in the ROTC program. So participate in the ROTC program. Do Ranger Challenge. You'll figure out what Ranger Challenge is. Do Ranger Challenge. That'll be awesome. Faith, what the freak? Why did you say that? Even though I know what the heck. Man. So, if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, Q&A, I've had several people have asked me a question. This is the Q&A post. We're doing a Q&A. I'm going to record the video tomorrow. So if you guys want to ask me a question on Instagram, ask me whatever the freak you want to ask me. I would like to have a nice little variety. So you can look online what the tattoo regs are. But see, Faith, they can look online for the tattoo regs, or they can just ask me. But yeah, so obviously, guys, if you ask me a question and I don't reply right away, you know, a lot of times you can kind of just Google the answer. You know, like, what are the tattoo regs? A lot of people say, what do I have to get on the PT test? Well, you can Google the PT standards. Is it better to get married after or before basic? In my opinion, I think it is 100,000 million bajillion% better to get married after basic training, especially if you're in a new relationship. If you've been in a relationship for a long time, getting married before basic training would be better, because then you can actually get extra pay for that. You will then be able to live together, you know, after training and whatnot. But if you're in a new relationship, get married after basic training in AIT, so that you know that you actually want to be a military couple together. Do I know who Nav the Beast is? Yes. Do you recommend me to join the army being married with 3 kids? If it's something that you really want to do, yes. If it is something that you want to do but you don't want to spend a whole bunch of time away from your family, then join National Guard or reserves. And then you can kind of get the best of both worlds. Matt over here trying to promote his Instagram, trying to get that fame. No, you guys, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing it for you guys. I mean, obviously, this is here all the time. I'm just reminding you, for all the new people watching, that we're doing the Q&A. So, if I was trying to promote anything, I'd be promoting YouTube. You get what I'm saying? How often do you get deployed in the reserves? About as often as regular active duty, so 3 to 5 years. Or you can request. The thing about being in the reserves and the guard is you can request to go on a deployment. You can transfer to another unit, blah, 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 blah. So you can deploy more than every 3 years if you wanted to. Matt, do I know Matt Ward? Yeah, I know Matt Ward. He's pretty cool. He's a pretty chill dude. I think I'm going to be done with this live stream in just a minute. Can you die in basic training? Oh my gosh. I have an actual video literally titled, Can You Die at Basic Training? You should watch it. Can you die anywhere? That's actually another good question. You know? You should Google it. We've been together for 3 years, so thank you. Matt, do you know Terrence Pop on YouTube? Nope. Do you know who Donut Operator is? Nope. You guys are, why are y'all asking me who all these people are? I don't know everybody on YouTube. How hard is it to go from enlisted to officer? I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know how I can answer that question. It will take time. So if it's worth it to you to dedicate generally a couple years to trying to be an officer, whether it's through ROTC, the Green to Gold program, or enlisting for a while, then trying to do OCS, it's going to be a long process for you to try to be an officer either way. So that is hard because it takes a lot of time, but I don't think it's necessarily hard, even though some things are definitely harder being an officer than being enlisted. You're awesome, Matt. Well, thank you, Sarah. You're awesome, too. It's a joke. I know it was a joke. Congrats on being an officer. Thank you. I'm not technically an officer for another month and 5 days. Is that you, John Wayne? Is this me? All right. So, if anybody has any last questions, triggered. If anybody has any last questions, you can go ahead and ask, because I'm going to get off of here in a minute. I've been live streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. An hour and 20 minutes. And just to finish this video off, while you guys are writing anything that you want, thank you for everything. Thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you for the views, the likes, the comments, the returning, being in this live stream right now. Thank you a lot. I really appreciate it more than you guys know. And I just realized that in the description of this video that I had the last description to talk from the video. Oh, why did I mess up? But anyways, I really appreciate it. Super excited for where this channel is going in the future. It is crazy. I don't know where this is going to take me in life. FaceTime date later, babe. Yes, we can do that. Gosh, Faith, you're... Anyways, but yeah, does the military open doors for a potential better life? Randy Brown. I'm going to finish the live stream off with that question. So, does the military open doors for a potentially better life? In my personal opinion, 100,000,000,000% yes. I think the military does open positions for a potential better life. I think it builds you as a person. I think it builds your resume. If you want to go into a career or some other career, I think it builds your resume. It gives you real life experience. It gives you leadership experience. It gives you experience in the field of a career that you want to have. And it, you know, I personally think the military makes you a better person. So yes, that is the answer. All right, so anyways, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna see if I can time this right. I'm gonna count down from 3, and if I get to 1, then I'm amazing. So 3, 2, 1.